Hello and happy World Tai Chi Day. It is the 25th anniversary of World Tai Chi Day. I'm Allison Deputy and from Moonwillow Tai Chi. And I'm here with Allyn, my son Allyn, and Jarett, who's here too. Are you guys gonna come and say hi? There we go. There's Allyn and Jarett, and we're all here. Ta-da. And get the Facebook too. Yeah, Facebook as well. So we're going to be giving you a presentation on what we do here in Tai Chi, what Tai Chi is about, and how it can help you in so many ways. So I'm happy to see everybody here. Thank you for joining us. I do have a little presentation to share here. So I'm going to go ahead into our share screen so we can get on with that. And hopefully everything is going to be working well. I'm trusting that will. So share sound too. We want that as well. All righty. So one world, one breath. That is, that's our little saying for this whole organization here. So this gentleman here in the white is Bill Douglas, and he is the founder of World Tai Chi Day. And you can go to worldtaichiday.org to get more information on how he's been working with this organization to really get the education of what Tai Chi can do for mind and body and for the world. And he's really a tremendous person. It started in Kansas City, Missouri, so right in the heart of the country here, and it has spread globally. So this event, again, it's its 25th anniversary. It has spread across the globe. Over 80 countries participate in World Tai Chi Day. So it starts at 10 a.m. in New Zealand and spreads time zone to time zone across the whole planet. So we are part of this healing wave across the planet of people moving and breathing together. So I started us at 9:30 here in our time zone, so we could get a little intro into what Tai Chi is and about what we do. And, so you get a little sense, a little background before we start the movement together and add to that healing wave together. So here it is, World Tai Chi Day. All right, so here's our schedule of events. 9:30 is our meet and greet and introductions. Everybody's gathering here. We'll probably get some folks gathering on late. So happy to see you all here. And myself, I've been doing this for over 33 years, Tai Chi, and it really helped to rescue me. I was really stressed out and I was suffering from anxiety and irritable colon. So my colon was all tied up in knots. I was in a lot of pain. And it was really bothering me where I was feeling like I wasn't going to make it to the age of 30 if I didn't do something. So I turned to Tai Chi and I learned how to breathe. I learned how to get my mind and my body working together. And within the year of taking my Tai Chi classes, I was healed of my conditions, which I was told were incurable. So that was really a powerful light bulb moment, learning how to breathe and learning how to make my mind and body work more in harmony. And I credit Tai Chi for that. So that's my story in a little nutshell. So here's our introductions here. At 10 a.m., we're going to begin with Allyn, who's going to do a little Qigong warm up. And then he's going to proceed into the Yang 12 fundamentals and form. So there's different styles of Tai Chi. Yang is one of the more common styles that you'll find taught in this country. There are different styles. There's Chen, Sun, Wu style, and a host of others, basically named after the family name that founded that particular style of Tai Chi. And Yang style is more large, slow moving circular movements. There's other styles that are quicker, more martial. So we have our Yang style, which tends to be a kinder, gentler form for a lot of people, for beginners to advanced. So we'll be doing the Yang 12 fundamentals and the form. Allyn will be showing you the form, which you can follow or just watch. At 10:40, I'll be giving a demonstration of the Tai Chi ball workout. So that's where we use an actual ball. I will be using a wooden ball, which has some weight, about 3 pounds. If you want to join us for this Tai Chi ball workout, which works the spine and all the muscles and gets a little more cardio going, you can get a ball without weight. So if you're brand new trying it, I suggest getting just a regular, like a plastic ball from Walmart or any kind of sports ball, like a basketball or soccer ball, volleyball. You can just find any kind of ball to have something for your hands to work with. You can also just work with an air ball, pretend ball in your hands, but it's nice to have an object to hold on to. So you'll have a little taste of Tai Chi ball workout with me at 10:40. And that at 11 a.m., Jarett will come in and he's going to be working us on horse stance, the proper way to do horse stance, and also the silk reeling method, which is really beautiful and helps you move from your core, from your dantian, which is what we do in Tai Chi, moving from that center of gravity. And at 11:20, I'm going to give a little introduction and sample of my chair Tai Chi, which works the body head to toe. It's a really fun workout. And I look forward to showing you that. I'm also doing a training program. So if you're looking for a little side hustle, there's needs for chair Tai Chi instructors in a lot of senior living communities. And it's a wonderful, gentle, and fun workout. So if you'd like to learn more about becoming a chair Tai Chi instructor, I do have a training program starting May 11th, and I'll tell you a little more about that in a little bit. All right, and then at the very end, about 11:45, we're going to give you more information on our classes here, and we'll get some questions and answers, take some Q&A here. And you'll get a special discount code from this event. So you want to stay to the end so you can get that discount code to save on our classes, class packs, and also as a new member on our platform. We'll tell you more about our online platform of classes. What's great about the Zoom is you can join from anywhere. You can be anywhere in the country or Canada or anywhere, and you can still join in on our classes. So this is a real good thing. And even if you can't join live, you can join via, on-demand recordings. So you get access to our on-demand recordings as well. So that's our basic information here. And I want to give you here's a little photo. Here's a little throwback. Our first World Tai Chi Day was in 2008. And this is Allyn, who's quite young there, but really taking the Tai Chi like a duck to water. That's when we had a studio in Crystal Lake, and you can see the year 2008. We were open for a couple years, but the 2008 financial crisis unfortunately hit us hard. We had to close the doors, but we kept on, and we kept finding places to host our Tai Chi classes, and we're grateful to still be here and still be teaching and still growing from that time. So, but there's a cute little picture I wanted to share. World Tai Chi Day 2008. All right, so the benefits of Tai Chi here in a nutshell: dissolves stress, anxiety, and depression. So again, I was riddled with anxiety, and it's just like fear ran my world each day. So I learned from Tai Chi how to settle all that down and to be more present and to learn how to connect mind and body so that I could settle that whole response, that fear response, that fight or flight. That also boosts energy and stamina and brain function. So it works your brain with your body. So the coordinated movements in Tai Chi are unique, save from yoga. Yoga is wonderful. Much of the same benefits as far as breathing and connection with the body and moving your body in a healthy way and opening up, these energy channels. But the movements that you memorize and you have to coordinate a certain way works your brain in a different way. So even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, I like to say this in my classes, even if you don't know what the heck you're doing and you feel all uncoordinated and everything, your brain is still getting the workout. You're still sprouting new neurons as you're trying to work out what goes where, how my foot goes, how my hands go. So it works brain and body. It improves flexibility, balance, and coordination. Balance is a big one, and we really show you how to develop a stronger core and a stronger center of gravity. It improves muscle strength and definition, reduces chronic pain. So if you've got arthritis, if you've got fibromyalgia, if you've got any kind of chronic pain condition, Tai Chi can help tremendously in helping you to lessen that suffering of that chronic pain. It improves your mood and digestion. Of course, my digestion was a big bugaboo in the beginning, and I was able to settle my whole system down and help it function more properly, especially learning how to breathe into my belly. So breathing and sleep. So improves mood, digestion, breathing, and sleep. It also enhances longevity, so slows the aging process. So if you think about it, breath is life. Breath equals life. So if you think about a dog and how a dog breathes, how does a dog breathe? They go, right, that. How long does a dog live? 10, 15 years, depending on the breed. And they think of a turtle. Now, how does a turtle breathe? Turtle will breathe in very, very slow. Deep, deep inhale, exhale. Turtles can live 150 or more years. It's because that slow, deliberate breath. And the tree, think of a tree. A tree will take one inhale and one exhale in a 24-hour period. Trees can live up to 3,000 years or so, depending on the tree. So think about that. Think how breath equals life, right? So really focus on the breath. And Alan's going to show you about Dantian breathing in a little bit. So when he starts. So what he's doing, Bill Douglas, with his organization is something called the Global Transformation Project. So he's been doing a lot of work going all over the world and getting all these high-minded, these thinkers together and working with getting practices like Tai Chi, yoga, mindfulness meditation into our education system, into public education, as he believes if we can train our children to have these techniques, calming techniques and learning how to settle yourself down, we'll have a lot less strife in the world as it is. So it's really an amazing thing, and it's a lofty idea. And yes, it will take some time, but you got to start somewhere. So, but just imagine if we can train our children to move with these principles in mind. Calming, quieting, breathing together. You can be less afraid. It settles that fight or flight system down, and you start working from a more calm place, a more centered place, and that's more open and into your place of knowing rather than your place of fearing. So Tai Chi and yoga, all of these practices can really be hugely helpful in this endeavor. So check that out too. Go to worldtaichiday.org and you'll see more information on our global transformation project and what they've been able to accomplish thus far. So I highly recommend them. Okay, so we are going to, now this is getting into our class schedule, and I'm going to stop the share right now because we're going to get to this later after we're done with our presentations and our little segments here. We're going to show you a little cornucopia of everything that we do. So what I'm going to do right now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and bring Allyn in to start us off with some movement. And we'll pause for questions between each segment. So, you'll get a chance to either, type it in the chat, or you can unmute and ask if you want. It gives you a chance for water break too. But I'd like to go ahead and bring Allyn in here, and we'll get started with some movement, some mindfulness, and he's going to take you through some nice, relaxing Tai Chi centering here. So here we go. You ready, Allyn?
All right. Hello, everybody. All right. Good to see everybody here. Oh, let me go ahead and adjust the laptop screen a little bit. I'll make sure everybody's able to see me. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the program. It's good to see you. Once again, my name is Allyn. I'll be going over some warm-ups with you. So that we'll be doing about 20 minutes worth of warm-ups here. But in another 20 minutes, I'll be covering some Yang fundamentals and doing a little demo of the Yang style form. So I'd like to get you all started with your feet shoulder width apart, having your knees bent over the toes, and just kind of get into a nice relaxed stance. So to correct your posture, and this is a very important one to keep in mind here, you want your tailbone to be rolled in, like you're sitting back in a chair. My apologies if you can't really see that, it's kind of awkward, but you want to roll in the tailbone and you want all that weight to fall down to the heels of your feet. And you want your legs to ultimately hold the weight that keeps your overall stance sturdy. So you want the upper body light and suspended, soft and supple. And you want to also tuck in the chin as well, because that helps keep your alignment, that keeps your posture in the upper body. So you want all that weight to just essentially fall down to the legs. And so that way you have a nice firm rooting here. So now I want you to go ahead and direct your attention to your abdomen, your lower abdomen region here. We're going to be practicing the breath work that we do in Tai Chi. It's called Dantian breathing. Essentially, your Dantian is located around the lower abdominal region of your body. So you want to direct your attention about 2 inches below the navel here. Your Dantian is what we call your storage vessel that contains your life force energy called Qi. So in Tai Chi, we're learning to tune into that internal energy system of the body and learning to bring our conscious attention in further harmonizing the mind and the body together. And so we're going to go ahead and practice this breath pattern together. So we're going to go ahead and take a deep inhale here through the nose. And I want you to fill up the belly like a balloon. You can place hands in the abdomen here just to get a good sense of where that breath is going. So inhale, fill up this lower abdominal region like a balloon. Breathing in through your nose. And then you want to exhale. The belly is going to fall back into place here, contracting back in, and you're going to settle down in place. Now take another deep breath in. Out. So you can either breathe out through your mouth or through your nose, that's fine. But ultimately, you want to be able to breathe in through your nose, because your nose makes a better filtration system, filters out all the crud that might be flying around in the air here. So we're trying to get a healthy cleansing breath in through your body here. So again, take another deep inhale with me. Fill up your belly and stay hyper focused on that breath. Keep your mind engaged. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So with every inhale, envision a good, healthy energy flow moving through your body. And with every exhale, envision any stuck energy just subsiding, melting away. All that weight, any weight that you might have accumulated in the upper body, because we're often very tense here in the upper body, especially when we're in stressful situations. So we're learning to move that tension out of the upper body and transfer all that weight down to the legs. So again, to further keep a good, strong rooting here, this is a very important fundamental to keep in mind. Another way to breathe is to place one hand in the belly region here, the lower abdomen, and the other hand on the chest here. And this is a really good indicator on where you're breathing the most. So oftentimes a lot of people breathe in the chest here, which is often not a good thing because that often is cause for more tension to accumulate here. So again, the ultimate focus here for Dantian breathing is to focus down in the abdomen here. That's where you want your breath. So again, you're placing hands here to bring your conscious attention to that breath. So again, let's take a deep inhale. Let's put it to the test. Which hand is going to move first? Is it the one at the chest level, or is it down the abdominal level? So I'm going to start with an inhale. Which hand is moving first? Engage the mind. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then take another one here. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling which hand is moving first. If it's the one above here at the chest level, that's usually an indicator that we have been doing a lot of chest breathing. And now it's the ultimately putting that focus down below here at the abdomen. So do the best you can to focus your attention there and bring that breath, that airflow down to the dantian region here. And over time, it starts getting easier as you take these deep, long breath patterns here. And especially, when you take this practice with you, which I highly recommend you do, the dantian breathing practice through after the program here, it starts getting easier over time. So again, with practice, makes perfect. So let's go ahead and take a couple more deep breaths. And take a deep inhale here. Again, focusing your attention here at the abdomen. And exhale. Feel the upper body become gradually more relaxed. Inhale, allowing the body to expand a little bit. Expanding. Exhale. Nice and relaxed. Get a good sense of your feet on the floor. All right, take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move things along, but this is a very good practice to keep in mind during or after the program here. I recommend dantian breathing in every possible situation you can, especially in stressful situations, because this breath here brings you back to your center of gravity, brings your conscious attention back to your body and how it feels in this moment here. And you're not so hyper-focused on the future scenarios or the overthinking, the overanalyzing. Instead, you're bringing your mind more into the present moment here and cultivating the willingness to feel, to notice how your body feels, to listen to your body. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to some joint loosening techniques. We're going to work you from head to toe here. I'm going to start with my head. I'm going to loosen up the tip of the spine. So you want to move your head in circular motions and become soft and relaxed here. The tip of your spine is called your atlas point. So it's the point that bridges the brain. We're going to go ahead and just loosen that point up. Now, while you're doing this rotation, again, be mindful of the dantian breathing, like we practiced before. So taking a deep inhale, exhale. Go ahead and reverse direction now. And relax. Okay. Next one, we're just going to rotate the shoulders, loosen up those shoulders a little bit more. Again, deep cleansing breaths in between. Moving out any tensions in the shoulders. This is a very common area where we hold lots of tension. I'm going to go ahead and reverse direction here. Bring your conscious attention to the movements. Notice how your body feels in between. And relax. Okay, go ahead and bring your hands together, palms together here. We're going to do a little wrist rotating. So you're going to go ahead and move your hands in a circular motion here. You want to keep the arms still for the time being. Just move in a circular motion with the wrists. Again, just a basic loosening technique here. Go ahead and reverse direction. Very good. Okay, we're going to do a little forward and back sweep with the arms. So go ahead and swing back and forth. Now for this exercise, you want to be careful not to lean forward. You want to just swing the arms, get good openness occurring in the joints here. Increasing range of motion in those arms. And go ahead and tap the backs of the shoulders here. Two more. And relax. Okay, next we're going to move on to salute earth and sky. This exercise, we're going to be stretching out the back legs and the hamstrings. I'm going to go ahead and sink in both legs here. And I'm going to inhale. I'm going to straighten out the legs. Exhale, you're going to go ahead and roll down as far down as you can go here. Feel the stretch in the legs. Inhale, move hands to one foot. And exhale the other. Back to center, inhale, back up nice and slow, rolling up the spine. Go nice and slow here. As you roll the way up, go ahead and exhale, sink in the legs. Inhale, I'm going to straighten out the legs again. Exhale, I'm going to go ahead and roll down here. Inhale, move hands to one foot. And exhale to the other. And back to center, inhale, slowly back up. And as you roll the way up, go ahead and exhale. One more time, inhale. Straightening out the legs, exhale, rolling down. Feel the stretch. Inhale, hands to one foot. And exhale the other. And back to center. Inhale, slowly back up, rolling up the spine. And as you roll the way up, go ahead and exhale, sink in the legs. And usually we bring the feet together here. We're going to do a finishing breath. I'm going to inhale deep into the abdomen. And then exhale, I'm going to pull down the sky. So envisioning fresh new energy being pulled down to your system. And relax. All right, the next one, we're going to be stretching out the hands mainly. This is called eagle claw. So I'm going to inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. And exhale down in a fist side to side. Inhale, lift up one. Exhale, straight up to the sky. Inhale down. Exhale forward, spread out the fingers. Inhale back. And exhale off to the side here. I'm going to flex the hand 5 times. Really spread out the fingers. Back down. Inhale. Exhale. So we're doing the other arm now. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. And exhale side. Flex 5 times. Really spread out the hand. Good if you have any arthritis or carpal tunnel. Back down. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale forward. Spread out the fingers. Inhale. And exhale. And keep focused on the Dantian breathing as well. Setting the arm down. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel the stretch all the way down the arm. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back down, finishing breath, inhale. And exhale, pull down the sky. Again, regain your center of gravity. All right, the next one, we're gonna do ignite inner fire. I'm gonna bring the hands together. So you wanna clap them together, firmly press the palms and turn them. So just turning with your palms like so to really increase circulation in the hands. All right, next, go ahead and rub the hands like this. Get the fingertips warm. We're going to be applying this good chi into the knees here next. So I'm going to go ahead and just warm up the knees. And go ahead and rub behind the knees. And let's do a down and up bend with the legs. Just doing a little bit of movement here in the legs. All right, relax. Let's go ahead and roll out the ankles a little bit, loosen up the ankle, moving in a circular motion. So we're just doing one at a time here, being on the ball of the foot. And rotate the other way. Gotta watch my time here. It's almost 10:20, so. All right, relax. Let's be on the ball of the other foot and rotate. And reverse direction here. All right, now I want you to go ahead and spread out your feet. We're gonna go ahead and do a little rotation from the hip region here. We're gonna loosen up the hip joints. I'm gonna start in a small circular motion. You wanna keep the legs straight the whole time. And if you're willing and able, you can go a little larger with the circle. Really open up the joints here. Overcome any stiffness or tension here. All right, we're going to go ahead and reverse direction here. All right, we're going to come back into a small circle here. I'm going to slow it down gradually to a stop here. And relax. Okay. All right, so we have about 5 minutes here. We're going to go ahead and do some spinal cord breathing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with an inhale. I'm going to open up the chest. Then exhale, you're going to go ahead and roll forward. You want to really roll on your tailbone and roll the head in. Really curve the spine. Stretch open the nervous system. You're going to inhale. Open up the chest again. Pull the arms back, arching the back. Exhale, I'm going to roll forward. Really roll open that spine. Clear away stress from the nervous system. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Okay, next, we're going to do some knocking on the door of life. This is a really good exercise for detoxing the organs. Very popular Qigong exercise. We're going to go ahead and turn the torso here and swing the arms back and forth. So we're first pounding the colon, liver, gallbladder, and lower back region. Now the lower back is where the Mingmen is located. Your Mingmen is what we call your life gate. It's where the qi first flows into the body. Another name for this exercise is opening the gates. So again, you're letting a good influx of qi in, relaxing, clearing away stress, opening up your fascia, which is the connective tissue around your organs. We're going to go ahead and move up to the lungs and kidneys, do some pounding up here. Opening up the qi flow within. Cleanse and clear. Again, detoxing the body. Move up to, we're going to have open hands here over the shoulder and neck. Do a little extra pounding in that shoulder and neck region. And if you can work or pound the backs of your lungs here. Only if you can reach high enough. It's a little easier if you have longer limbs. So at least you can get your shoulder and neck. Nice and relaxed here in the upper body. That's what we want. And move back down, chest and kidney. All right, back to the colon and lower back. And let's slow it down here. Gradually slow to a stop. And relax. All right, next. This is going to be a little bit silly here, but this is a really good exercise to really help oxygenate the blood, gets all the cells stimulated. We're going to go ahead and just bounce in place, bouncing up and down. Really good for the body here. Keeps the immune system strong as well. Now, in between the bounce, take those deep Dantian breaths. Focus on your abdomen. Inhale. Then exhale. Really let out on the exhales. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, good way to open up the body a little bit more. Moving out tension incrementally with each exercise we work with. Again, take deep breaths. Be conscious of that breath. Be conscious of your body and how it feels. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and slow it down here. Gradually slow to a stop. Notice how your body feels. You may feel some tingling all around the body, maybe a little bit of buzzing. Just stand still for a moment. And again, like what we worked on from the beginning here, focus on your abdomen where the Dantian is. Cultivate a good chi flow within. Deep breath in, out. Inhale. Exhale. So again, deep, long breaths. Letting go the thoughts of the day. Being fully present with your body. Any stresses, anything that's giving you anxiety. And oftentimes the mind is what gives us the most anxiety. Anything that we're anticipating about. Anytime we think about the future, or we're learning to let all that go. Right now, the most important thing is remembering your breath. Get a good sense of the feeling of your feet, feeling fully grounded in the moment. Take a couple more deep breaths with me, focusing on the meditation. Inhale. And exhale, imagine all that weight, all that tension from the upper body, naturally melting down to the legs. Nice release, tension. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. All right, so that pretty much covers the warm-ups. Next, I'm going to be taking you through some yang style fundamentals here. So now that I've gotten myself into horse stance already, and make sure you have your feet about shoulder width. So again, this is the stance that I showed you in the beginning here. You want, again, to feel a strong sense of rooting in the legs. So in Tai Chi and in Taoist wellness in general, we reference the yin and yang quite often. The yin and yang, of course, is the black and white symbol and symbolizing the two polarities. So the yang being the masculine, the usually the warm or the fire element, and the yin aspect is the female, the water element. So you're learning to cultivate a good, healthy yin and yang within the body here, because your body makes up both fire and water elements. And so with the stance work that we're learning here, you're learning to cultivate a strong yang energy into the legs here. So you have a good sense of rooting here and stability. And the upper body should feel soft and supple. That's representative of the yin path, the flow and water element. So you're learning to just make that distinction between the two polarities here and putting them and establishing them in a healthy sense within the body. So now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what's called upward downward. So this is a basic Tai Chi form that we often learn in our especially beginner level Tai Chi classes here, is this upward downward flow and motion. So again, you want to, and it looks like you have to pay the most attention up here. And we're mainly oriented to be more conscious of our upper bodies and the motions here. But in Tai Chi, we're learning to focus mainly on the lower half. Because again, this is where the rooting is coming from, the stability, and ultimately where the movement is coming from as well. Because you're not only learning to breathe into your Dantian, you're learning to move from your Dantian as well. So the main focus is here. The up and down motion is coming from this foundation in the lower half of the body. And the arms are just following along with the movement here. So let's try this together. We're going to have the tongue connected to the roof of your mouth, situated behind your teeth. Again, this is a acupressure point here that balances the qi in the body, the yin and the yang path within. So I'm going to start with an inhale. I'm going to breathe deep into the nose, through the nose, into the Dantian here. I'm going to inhale. And you want to exhale out through your nose here as you lower the arms. Inhale. So it's like you're floating underwater. You want to keep the shoulders down, keep the shoulders relaxed. The whole upper body is soft and relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, you want to sink and the arms lower down. Inhale. Exhale. So again, the primary focus is on your breath. The flow of the motion is coming from below, not necessarily above. Even though the arms look like they're mainly moving by themselves, the whole body is connected. So you want to really get a good sense of your Dantian here. So again, the breath is guiding the movement. So again, you take a deep inhale, lift up the arms, raising a little bit in the legs, and you exhale, sink down. You want to keep the knees bent the whole time. So even though I'm doing a little rise here, I'm still keeping my knees slightly bent. And then you can do a little sink as you lower the arms. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot to keep track of here. It takes a lot of mental focus. Good sense of feeling in your body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really work the legs after a while. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll just do one more here. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. So that is upward, downward. Even just this motion right here, there's a lot of detail. There's a lot of subtlety to really keep in mind. And it's harmonizing the mind and the body. That's the whole purpose here. So you have to really keep the mind engaged with the feeling of your body in this present moment here, and being in tune with the motions. So there's, again, a lot of aspects in just this exercise alone. And so, and of course, over time, it gets easier. But in the beginning here, it might be hard and very difficult, especially when you're fairly new to these exercises. So a lot of people have a tendency, for example, when they raise their arms, they tend to raise their shoulders along with it too. So it's very easy to want to do that, especially when we're lifting up and back down. But ultimately, what we're learning is to, again, keep the upper body relaxed. So you want to keep the shoulders down like they're completely asleep, nice and open here too. You're just moving up with the arms and back down again. But again, focusing here, not necessarily up here so much. It's all coming from below, the legs and the core. And you're learning to engage your core. Again, having that strong foundation in the legs. So that's upward, downward. Another one I like to focus on here is a little bit of walking. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the 3-point stepping drill, as it's called. So for this one, I'm going to have my feet together here. Now, this is a very important fundamental as well, is the balancing aspect of Tai Chi. In Tai Chi, we have all of our weight sinking in one leg here, and we keep that knee bent. You have a nice solid rooting in that one leg, so the opposite foot should feel empty of weight, and you're able to lift it off the ground a little bit easier, hopefully. Now, with this foot that's empty of weight is the moving foot. So I'm going to go ahead and step out to an angle here and land on the heel. Now, this is an important thing to keep in mind here. A lot of people have a tendency to plonk their weight, shift their weights too early as they're stepping. But here in Tai Chi, we're learning to hold that weight back, again, in that balancing leg. And as you take that step, again, you keep it empty here in the foot here, empty in the leg. And it's only when you set that foot completely down, you shift the weight after. So again, we're just going to stay focused on the stepping portion of this exercise for now. So keeping all the weight sinking in one leg, really engage your core here too. And you want to step out with the other foot landing on the heel. Then I'm going to pull it back in, and we're going to land the heel off to the side now. So applying the mind, stay focused with the foot. And then we're going to land the toes, landing on the toes here back out to an angle. If you need to hold on to a chair or piece of furniture, that's fine as well. If your balance isn't too great, we're going to land on the heel again. Land the heel off to the side, then toe back. Forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. So the order is heel forward, heel side, toe back. And if you really feel super sore in the other leg, you could stop for a moment, just shake it out a little bit, and then come back to it. So we're going to take a couple more steps on this side. We're going to land forward, heel, side, heel, toe back. One more. Forward, side, back. All right, now we're going to switch again. We need to shake out the leg, that's fine. Go ahead and sink in the opposite leg now. So again, keeping your rooting here, stability here. Refrain from plunking. So again, just bring your conscious attention to that step. And it is almost like learning how to walk again, pretty much learning how to walk again. So I'm gonna sink in one leg here, and you want to step out empty of weight with the other foot. You want to be able to pull it back in with ease. I'm gonna step out again, landing on the heel, back in, stepping out again, back in. So again, no plunking. Keep the weight in the other leg. And again, it's also not just a physical workout, but it's also a mental workout, because balancing is a really good teaching moment, I'd say, for everybody here. It's to keep your mind present, keeping your mind present, and so that way you maintain stability properly in the body. So again, putting all of your focus in that lower half, stepping out with the other foot. Now I'm going to step off to the side again. Heel, then toe back. Forward heel, side heel, toe back. Heel, heel, toe. Forward, side, back. One more. Forward, side, back. Relax. You're really gonna feel it in the legs after a while. We're gonna go ahead and shake them out. Go ahead and shake them out side to side. This is a really good method to help oxygenate the muscles, especially after you've been holding stances or balancing for long periods of time. So shake them out side to side like so. Relax. All right. So that's learning how to balance and walk. And now, another thing to keep in mind with the walking, sinking in one leg, you want to keep all the weight, of course, and stepping out empty of weight, but heel, and you want to land the full foot on the floor. And then it's very important, you want to shift your weight after when you make that step. So you want to distinctly separate those different steps of stepping here. So you want to step out empty, heel, ball, toe, and then you want to shift your weight after. So again, it's making that distinct separation, heel, ball, toe, and then shift. And you want to shift back, pull in, land heel, ball, toe, and shift. All right, we're going to try the other foot. I'm going to sink in the opposite leg here. I'm going to try the other foot. Step out, heel, ball, toe, and then shift your weight after. So if you feel that you're shifting your weight too soon as you step here, just bring your conscious attention to it. So again, landing empty, heel, ball, toe, empty step, then shift. Go back in, pulling in, heel, ball, toe, shift. Pulling in, land heel, ball, toe, and shift. All right, we'll do one more here. So all the way back, landing on the heel, ball, toe, and shift. All right, relax. So those are some fundamentals of balancing and stepping. And and it's we usually jokingly say, after when we're done with the lesson, try to walk out of the room or out of the studio with this Tai Chi walking method here. But yeah, it's very important fundamentals to keep in mind. So again, it's bringing your conscious awareness to the lower half of your body. So we're not so situated with our mind and body up here necessarily. We're overcoming all the upper body emphasis and putting all that motion to work here, the lower. All right, so now, kind of running low on time, but I want to showcase now what's called the Yang 12 beginner form. So for this, I'm just going to do a little demonstration here. You can feel free to follow along if you would like, or you can just watch me as well. But this is the Yang 12 form that we cover in our beginner level Tai Chi classes. So I'm going to start in what's called preparation stance, and I'm just going to vocalize the movements a little bit. So again, up to you if you want to follow along or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and face the camera and do a little demonstrative practice of this form. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm standing up nice and tall, soft knees, slightly bent. And here I go. I'm gonna go ahead and sink in both legs. I'm gonna inhale. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and sink. I'm gonna do one side of the form first. So I'm stepping out and I shift. Straighten out both feet. Both feet facing ahead. And you have your feet shoulder width in horse stance here. Center and sink. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gather the ball, open up the foot here, and then shift. You step ahead. Then I'm going to turn the ball around, shifting my weight at the same time. Then I'm going to shift back, pulling in the foot, turning it parallel, and then shift. Step off to the side here, and sink and rise in the ward off. Then going into roll back. And then we press, we shift, sink and rise in the push. And I shift back on the heel, turning in empty of weight. Then go ahead and push the weight out. And I come around with the arms. I'm going to step back, both feet are parallel. I'm going to pull the hands toward me and exhale. Then I'm going to gather the ball. I'm going to inhale and exhale. Then I shift my weight over to the right. I open up the left. And I shift and pull in. Now I'm going to do the other side because we do two sides of this form here. So the right and left. I'm going to go ahead and do my left side here. Sink in both legs. So again, I'm going to sink into one leg here and I'm going to step empty of weight. Shift. Both feet are going to face ahead. So I'm going to shift and turn the other foot ahead. And then center and sink. Exhale. Inhale. There's the upward downward. And exhale. Then gather the ball. Foot down and shift. Stepping forward. Then I turn the ball. I shift my weight. There's a lot of mechanics to keep in mind with this form. Definitely can't get it all at once. The shift. Step out. Sink and rise into ward off. Then we go into roll back. Then we press the palms. Then we shift back. And we sink and rise in the push. Then I shift back. Then I turn in the foot empty of weight. Then I push the weight out. I come around. Both feet are parallel here. Pull the hands in and exhale. Then I gather the ball. Inhale. And exhale. Shifting my weight here. I'm going to open up and pull in. I'm going to do a finishing breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Calm and centered. All right. So that is the Yang 12 form. So hopefully you enjoyed that little demonstration. Again, this is the form that we work on in our beginner level Tai Chi classes, but the same rules apply as we've learned before with the different fundamentals of balancing, stepping, and then shifting your weight after, and then also moving mainly from the lower portion of the body, moving from the core, engaging your core, and just letting the flow happen in the upper body. So again, I know I'm going a little over time here, but hopefully you enjoyed this beginning portion of the program here. Usually we do just a little bit of a Q&A here, but I like to go ahead and hand it off to Allison here because we do have to move things along, but you can stick around for Q&A that's near the end. Thank you all very much. It's a pleasure working with you all, both on Facebook and Zoom here. Take care. See you later.
Right. Hello, everybody. How did you like that? Give me some thumbs. Right, got a couple thumbs there from Dave. Very good, good. Got some thumbs here. All right, excellent. So hope you enjoyed that with Allyn. They gave you a really good foundation. And I see Sandra's got her ball already. She is ready to go. All right, so our next segment here is our Tai Chi ball Qigong workout. So you want to get a ball. If you want to participate in this, if you don't have a ball at all, just use an air ball. You can also use a sports ball like a basketball, soccer ball, or volleyball, or just a simple plastic ball like from Walmart. So some silly little thing like this. You can certainly use a little ball like that. I'm going to be using a 3-pound weighted ball. All right, so these are solid wood balls. These are the balls that we used in our Tai Chi ball Qigong movements here. So the little bit of weight really adds a little more work to the body. All right, so we're going to be working our spine and working all the muscles in the body here. So I think you're pretty well warmed up after Allyn, so we don't have to worry about too much of a warm up here. So we're going to go straight into some Tai Chi ball Qigong. Now, the Tai Chi ball Qigong was developed as a weapons training type of movement sequence. So the weapons could be very heavy because they were, using the heavy metals and all of that. They could be very heavy. So they would train with the Tai Chi ball to strengthen up the muscles and the joints to be able to handle the weapons properly and to the most effect. So this was a weapons training type of movement that we're doing, but it's also good for the body. It's great for your spine. It's great for the muscles. You're going to feel everything work. So this is a little more of a cardio workout than a normal Tai Chi class would be. And it's quite lovely, quite fun, works your head to toe here. So what we're going to do, get our ball, and I'm going to back up into my space here. In fact, I need to bring this down. Allyn is so tall and I'm not as tall as him. So I'm going to bring it down. Okay. So what we're going to do is get into a stance. This is our beginning stance. So you want your feet apart and you want to tuck in the tailbone. So we're doing a pelvic tilt, sink in, sink a little more weight into your heels. So make sure your weight is a little more on the heels than the toes. So we want to make sure we're nice and grounded here. So hold the ball at this belly area. So what we're going to do is work up the spine. So when the ball is down by the belly area, the dantian area, you want to tuck in the tailbone and you bring the ball up, inhale, and exhale, push out the upper back at the top. So you're rolling the spine from bottom to top. So we're tucking in, inhale, and exhale, push out. So you can see from the side mirrors, I'm rolling my spine. So I'm tucking in here. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, push out. Inhale in. Exhale, push out. Really roll up the spine. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. You're going to feel all the muscles working here. You're working all the muscles, rolling up the spine. Pay attention to your spine. Inhale in. Exhale out. Very good. So this is what we call vertical circulation. Inhale in. Exhale out. We're going to do one more. Now we're going to turn to the side. This is what we call turning in the claw. So when you turn your body to the side, your knees stay stabilized over the toes. You tuck in at the bottom here. You're going to feel the squeeze of the organs on this side of the body. And you roll the ball up, push out at the top. Inhale, tuck in. Exhale, push out. Inhale in. Exhale out. So you're massaging the organs on this side of the body as you tuck in. On the right side is the liver and gallbladder that process your oils and toxins. On the left side is your spleen and pancreas processing sugars and carbs. So we're massaging our organs too as we're working all the muscles and working the joints. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Very good. Vertical circulation now to the side. Inhale in. Exhale out. Let's do 2 more on this side. Very good. Back to the center. Nice circulation at the center here. Now turn in the quad, turn to the other side. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Very good. Very good. So you feel everything working here. This is basically what we're doing in our warm up in the class. Our Tai Chi ball classes happen on Thursdays, 12 noon, and Saturday mornings at 9:30. They run for 45 minutes and we get into a really good sweat. Inhale, exhale. 2 more this side. Massaging organs on this side now. Inhale in, exhale out. Back to the center point. Very good. And then smaller circles to a stop. All right. Next, we're going to do a horizontal circulation of the ball. We're going to go into something called the tornado. Since it is tornado season, unfortunately, we had some tornadoes overnight in different states. But this is a tornado that's actually good for you and works your body. So we're going to start at the bottom here, turning in the qua. So turn again, keep your knees stabilized over the toes. Push the ball out, push out upper back. Turn your body with the ball. So your hips and shoulders turn together. So one of the harmonies of Tai Chi is keeping hips and shoulders together. Inhale out, push out upper back. Exhale back in. So you want to try to keep your weight back in the heels as the ball goes forward. Very good. Turning in the quad here. The quad is your inguinal crease where the leg meets the hip. So if you're not sure what I mean by quad, that's what that is. Let's do 1 more in this direction. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Then reverse direction. You're going to feel the pressure in your legs here. Push out upper back. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Horizontal circulation of the ball. Very good. 1 more this direction. And now we'll go to the tornado. So change directions. Now we're going to start spiraling upward with the ball. You can come up in the stance a bit. Spiraling upward. Up over the head. Up over and behind the head. So engage your core as the ball goes behind the head. Inhale, exhale. You're working your whole upper body here. Working the spine. In Tai Chi, we like to say that there is strength and suppleness, that willow bends under weight of snow. And you're helping your spine become stronger and more supple. Inhale, exhale. Tornado. Inhale, exhale. Work the whole upper body, works all those muscles. Arms, shoulders, back, core. Two more this way. Now reverse direction. Work the whole upper body. A very different kind of workout from a regular Tai Chi class. Two more. Now start spiraling down with the ball. Smaller and smaller circles into a stop. All right, bring the ball to the side, shake your legs. So again, the oxygenation of the legs, this helps keep leg cramps away. If you're prone to leg cramps, remember your leg shaking technique. Lift and stretch, knee bent, foot flexed, lift and stretch. Very good. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do a little rocking now. So what we're going to do is get into what we call a 6-4 stance. So both feet are angled the same way. There's a little space between the heels. So your feet are not right in front of each other. There's a little space between the heels. Again, the feet are angled the same way. So what we're going to do is inhale, shift back with the ball. And exhale, shift forward with the ball. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. So feel that spine rolling from bottom to top. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out, rocking. Very good. Two more times. Very good. And then smaller circles to a stop. Switch feet. Now the other foot in front, 6-4 stance. Now this way. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Work the whole spine, tuck into the bottom, roll up at the top. Inhale in, exhale out. Very good. Feel that? Inhale in, exhale out. It's the blood rolling for sure. Two more. Very good. And then smaller circles to a stop. All right, shake out those legs, oxygenates. Very good. All right, another movement here, and this one is called the lighthouse. Bring your feet together. Bring your ball up to chin level. Going to turn the body. Inhale, extend the arms out, push out the upper back, and exhale, bring it back in. And turn. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. So this works the spine and helps strengthen the deltoid muscles in the upper arms. Now reverse direction. Hi, Simba. Inhale out. Exhale in. Sometimes have our rescue cat, Simba or Kevin, coming into our Zoom classes. So kind of fun. Exhale. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. One more time. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Very good. All right, next one, we're going to do a little cool down here. So our next one here is called the swimming dragon stretch. So we're going to have our feet close together and we hold the ball at the center of the body. We're going to inhale, then exhale, push the ball and hands one way, push your hip out to the side and turn your head the opposite way. It's a sideways stretch of the spine. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands one way, and the head and hip the opposite way. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Swimming dragon stretch. One more each side. Inhale, center, and exhale. Very good, and relax. All right, we have one called the squat extension. So we hold the ball, we got our feet close together. And there's two ways to do this one. We're going to inhale, bring the ball up. On the exhale, push the ball out, push out your upper back, tuck in the tailbone and bend your knees. It's the halfway version. Or we're going to inhale up and exhale to a full squat. So the ball one way, but the other. Inhale up, exhale halfway, or inhale up, exhale full. Inhale up, exhale halfway, inhale up, exhale full. Very good. Really works the buttocks there, the quads. You do the full squat. We'll do two more. Inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale full. Very good. All right. Let's do another cool down. This one is called the J curl. And this one, we have our feet close together. Legs are nice and straight. We hold the ball at the bottom here. You're going to drop your chin down to the chest, opening up the cervical vertebrae. Feel gravity grab the head. Engage your core as you roll down. And you breathe your way down. Be sure you relax into the stretch. Keep hips over ankles. Breathe your way down. Go down only as far as you're comfortable going. Do not force any of the movement. You have a weighted ball. You can use the weight of the ball to help you. Put you down as far as you can. Try to go down a little bit further. Take 3 deep breaths. On each exhale, try to stretch out a little further, but relax into it. And then slowly roll up. Tuck chin to chest, roll up, stacking each vertebrae back in place. Slowly, slowly come up. Really opens up the spine, releases any stagnant energy. Last thing you stack is your head on top. Feel the blood settling in the head. And tuck in the tailbone, sink in the legs, bend the knees soft. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your breath to the belly. Very good. And relax. All right, shake out those legs and lift and stretch, lift and stretch. Let's see if there's any questions at this time. Get some water in case you've got a little sweat going. How'd we do, everybody? Let me know if you have any questions. We do sell these wooden balls on our website, so you can go to the moonwillowtaichi.com website if you actually want a wooden ball. All right, great. Thank you, Brianne. Yeah, that feels good, doesn't it? There's so much more to the workout. So if you actually come to a ball workout, you'll really see how this really helps your whole body. It's a wonderful way to open everything up. Very good. All right, excellent. Okay, then you're ready for some Jarett here. He's going to help us with some horse stance and with silk reeling, really beautiful movement. So enjoy that. You can take a little sip of water and get ready for Jarett. All right, so here we go.
Okay. Morning, everyone. Some of you might be having a little drink. Right now, just shake your legs, left and right. You want to feel your quads. You want to feel your thighs kind of shaking on the bone. Really get that good, invigorating relaxation going in your legs. Hopefully, you've had your coffee. That was a good warm up with Allyn and Allison. We're going to go into a little more very simple stuff that we're going to work on, but it's very basic foundational structural stance work. Very good stuff to know, but sometimes it can be intense on the legs, so I'm going to try and take it easy on you. So what we're going to do today I'm going to start off with horse stance, which is a very basic stance in all styles of Tai Chi and Kung Fu. And then what we're going to do is go transition from horse stance into some really basic silk reeling movement. And if you're not familiar with silk reeling, it is a foundational Tai Chi energy. And it really just has to do with energy coming from the dantian, or you could even say coming from the ground, twisting up your legs into the dantian, and then going out, up the body and out to the fingertips. And in the fighting sense of Tai Chi, we would say the silk reeling energy goes from your body into your opponent, and they fall down. So that's silk reeling energy. It circles around your body. You can find diagrams online, old Chinese manuscripts that show the spiraling energy that goes through the body. So this concept isn't always focused on specifically in all styles of Tai Chi, but it is present in all styles of Tai Chi, and it is definitely taught everywhere you go. So we're going to start off with some really basic horse stance training. So I know Allison or Allyn had you in a little bit of a horse stance earlier, but what you can do is you start off with your feet together. You're going to circle one foot out and then circle the other foot, really big circle that time. So now you go wide. Okay. You don't want to go so wide that you really can't have a structure, but you don't want to be very narrow either. It's definitely outside of your shoulder width. And for some people, I think for most of us, our toes, when we get into this kind of a posture, our toes are pointed out. But what I want you to do is to have your toes in so that your toes are facing forward. Your toes are pointing from heel to toe. It's pointing forward. And right now, I'm not even in a horse stance. And what we're going to do mostly, I call halfway horse stance, because horse stance is when you go all the way down and your thighs are parallel to the ground. It's very low, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. We're going to be doing mostly halfway horse stance, which still works the legs a lot, trust me. So you've got your toes facing forward. Now I want you to sit back. So sit your hips back just a little bit. That's going to cause your knees to bend. Okay, so just a very little amount. Enough to get your knees starting to bend. And I want you to imagine that you have energy, your upper thigh is spiraling outwards, so your knees go out. Okay? But you have your lower legs energy spiraling in, your muscles are turning in. So that's how you get your feet going forward. But you have these two opposing forces in the upper and lower parts of your legs. You start to kind of, mentally really feel that difference in the energies of your thigh and your lower portion of the legs. So your knees are out. And then now that you have this kind of outward pressure in the upper leg and this inward pressure in the lower leg, I want you to also feel like you're squeezing a giant yoga ball. So in between your two knees, you're also squeezing a yoga ball. And when you squeeze a yoga ball, yeah, it may come in a little bit, but there's that energy that's pushing out. So again, it's this contradiction almost of something squeezing in and something pushing out. These are yin-yang energies, okay? There are yin-yang separations of energies in multiple parts of your body during Tai Chi. So that symbol that you see, the black with the white circle and the white with the black circle, that is a very important symbol because it encapsulates so much, and so much is referred to that in Tai Chi movement. So you're standing here, halfway horse stance. You've got your knees out, but there is an inward pressure as well. So you're kind of gripping the ground, sort of, right? You should feel very solid in your structure and your stance. So that's that heavy yang side now with your legs as one unit. That's yang, it's heavy. And I want you to feel in your upper body, relaxed. Take a moment to kind of shake out your shoulders. Let your legs stay heavy. Shake out your shoulders a little bit, relax, because we end up getting a lot of tensions up here in the shoulders when we're working our legs, because the hips, the shoulders are connected. Okay, so relax those shoulders. Keep everything nice and loose. Roll your neck a little bit. Just feel looseness in your neck. Try and keep your chin tucked down. Tongue at the roof of your mouth internally. but just feel that looseness. So now your upper body becomes yin. Your upper body becomes more empty, while your lower body is full and is yang. Okay? Just practicing, just starting to teach you to be mindful of these Tai Chi energies. There's so many different things you have to pay attention to in Tai Chi. Just go through these very simple ones. Separate the halves of the body. Now here, there's very important energy. When I'm having you feel like, you know, your knees are going out, there's energy going this way, but they're also squeezing in at the same time. That's another specific type of energy called Dang energy. And it's in this area here, the inner thigh, pelvic area. That Dang energy is very, very important to maintain when you're doing your Tai Chi forms. As you'll see when we go into the silk reeling movement, there's one way to know for sure if your Dang is good. That's if your knee drops down when you turn or not, or if your knee stays out. So you'll see that. So that's called Dang energy in here. All right, so you're in halfway horse stance. Now I'm going to demonstrate more of a full horse stance. And if you'd like to try it, go for it. If you need to have a chair next to you while you're doing this, something to hold on to throughout all of these movements, please do so, whatever works for you. I know we're all at different skill levels. But for those who are a little more adventurous, you can sink down with me, and I'm just going to show you a full horse stance. So again, when we go down, we're not just sinking down, because if I just did that, my knees are going to go way over my toes. I'm going to put a lot of pressure on that area, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy, at least in this position. It's not healthy at all for the knees to go over the toes. So what I'm going to do is sit my hips back. I'm going to tuck my tailbone down, bring my dantian in, and sit my hips back. And then I'm going to go down. See, my thighs parallel to the ground. Typically, we do something like this. Or the teacher will even have a bow staff that they put across our legs. And if it rolls off, that means we're not low enough. That's a full horse stance. And I can't hold that for very long anymore. You got to train back up to that. But we used to do, you know, about 3 minutes just sitting like that. As you come back up, come back to a halfway horse stance. Find a height that is comfortable for you. And if at any time you need to break stance, shake your legs out, please do so. You don't want to be putting too much tension into your legs without having also that relaxation effect happening. But again, to get back into horse stance, circle one foot out, small circle, circle the other foot out, and a bigger circle. Toes pointed in, knees out, sit the hips back, tuck the tailbone. So we're here in horse stance. What you can do, you can hold your hands out like this. So what I'm doing, finer points, making sure my shoulders are relaxed. And if I'm not sure if my shoulders are relaxed, all I do is I roll them up, back, and down. And I leave them in that down position. Just try to let them relax and open up. And then here, holding my wrists at about just below the breast line. And I'm letting my wrist relax. My fingers pointing at an angle down to the ground. And trying to remember that yang heaviness in the legs, that yin emptiness in the upper body. And I know there's these side mirrors. It kind of looks, it seems like it looks like I'm leaning forward in the one. I think it's because it's angled. Because to make it go straight, I'm now leaning back. So don't trust those side mirrors on this one at the moment, at least. Just standing like this and relaxing the upper body. Keep your chin tucked down. Your wrists very soft. Your shoulders down and heavy. Your elbows heavy. Arms just floating in space. So this is something you can practice on your own. So just start building up your structure in this way. And when you're breathing, very important that you breathe in and you feel your energy, you feel the air, and everything go down to the dantian. You breathe in, and when you breathe out, you want to feel that the energy, the air, goes down into the dantian. So very basic dantian breathing. There are other ways to breathe in Tai Chi and Qigong. They're more advanced. This is a very, very good, solid, healthy way to breathe for all levels. Breathing in to the dantian. Filling up that belly area, breathe out. Eventually, as you breathe out, you feel the energy going down the front part of your body. You may even feel like warm running water. Not quite like a waterfall, but just water, warm water flowing down the front part of your body. If you can never feel that, it's a very good thing. So maintaining that relaxation in your arms are just floating, heaviness in your legs. Now let your arms float down, stand up, shake your legs. Now, when you shake your legs like this, you're not only shaking your leg, you're shaking your hip, your glutes, the whole core area. It's all connected. Okay, now that's very basic horse stance training. And again, that was halfway horse stance. If you're more adventurous, you can practice going lower. But just listen to your body as always, right? And if you feel like you can't get back up out of a stance, just sit back on the ground and then get up normally, okay? So now we're gonna go a very similar stance. We're gonna use somewhat of a halfway horse stance for the silk reeling energy technique. So we'll start, again, feet together, circle the one foot out, big circle on the other. Now, instead of having you keep your toes turned in and having all of that structural energy going on, it's okay for this exercise to have your toes out at no more than a 45-degree angle. But pretty much all other of those body mechanics that I walked you through will still apply. So with my knees, I don't want my knees coming in like this. That's very bad. I still want my knees going out. They don't need to be way out, like overextending outwards. But again, feeling like you're holding a yoga ball with your legs, keeping that dong energy going in your inner thigh. There's an outward pressure and an inward pressure at the same time. But your toes are out at an angle. So for this, you can leave your leg or your arms hanging by your legs like this if you'd like, or you could just put your hands on your hips. If you do that, make sure you keep your shoulders very relaxed. Don't hold your arms here. Intense the muscles. Just let them use gravity to stay in place. So what we're going to do is we're just going to shift. Now you have your dantian. You have the center of your feet. I want you to start feeling like those points are connected. Right now you're standing equal weighting in each leg, but start to feel there's the points at the centers of your feet called the bubbling well. And your dantian. Start to feel that there's a triangle of sorts there. There's a connection between those 3 points. So from here, I'm going to shift. And as I shift, I'm not just shifting. I'm imagining my mind, my intention is sending orders down to the dantian and down to the feet that connect down into the ground. And saying energy goes down and pushes back up. So now I'm going to push that energy from the foot into the dantian. Shift over. I don't need to go too far where my knee is going over my feet in this direction. Just align your knee with where your foot is at. But I shifted over by pushing, essentially using my mind to push my energy from the foot, from the ground, into the dantian and push it over. Now you're going to feel a different yin-yang energy. Now, in this leg that's holding most of your weight, about 70% or so of your weight, that is what is full, that is active, tense. That's the yang side now of your 2 legs. And this other leg here that's holding maybe about 30% of your weight, you want to feel it more empty. You want to feel it more relaxed. This is the yin side of your legs. So in every Tai Chi movement, except for the opening, the up and down, opening and closing, every Tai Chi movement, you're going to have one leg that is yang and one leg that is yin. It's important to keep that in mind because these are energies, these are body mechanics, things that you want to feel as you go through your form, okay? So my weight's over here. That's my yang side. This is my open yin side. And I feel the hip relaxing. I feel the glute relaxing. Knee, everything, there's still structure. There's still that dong energy, but this side is very relaxed and open, while this one is solid, like a tank, okay? So now I'm going to shift to the other side, pushing from the foot, center of the foot and the ground connection into the dantian, push this way. Now I've shifted my weight. Now I really want to feel that weight transfer go into the yang leg. And I want to feel the yin leg open up. Feel the hip relax. This knee doesn't come down. The dong energy is still there. Shift back. Feel that weight. Like imagine two buckets. One is full of water at all times. So now I shift to this leg. The one bucket pours all into this one. Now this bucket is full. As I shift back, so shift to the other side, that bucket is pouring into the other one. Now this side is full of that water weight. Another way to think of it. Really want to feel as you now shift back and forth very slowly. You want to feel consciously the energy transfer, one leg to the other. Eventually, you'll be able to do that at a very high speed. Right now, you just want to focus. Very slow movement, very slow pouring of the bucket. Okay. Again, remember at any time if you need to, shake your legs out. That is perfectly okay. This is not a traditional Tai Chi class where the master comes and hits you with bamboo if you break your stance. I don't know if Allison ever had that experience, but just shifting back and forth. Really feeling the yin-yang energy separate legs. So now that we have the left and right movement down, now we're going to start to introduce rotation. And in Tai Chi, we always say everything, all movement originates from the dantian. So the lower half of the body, it kind of acts as one unit. You have the 2 points of the feet connected to the ground and your dantian as this triangle, as this base. And they kind of all coordinate as one, but the apex is here in the dantian. This is what they call the governor. This leads all movement. It connects both halves of the body. And when the energy comes up the legs to the upper part of the body, it goes through the dantian. So when we talk about turning in real life and in everyday life, typically when we turn with the torso. Somebody calls our name at the grocery store, we turn around, we're turning more from up here. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's good. In real life, in regular everyday life. But in Tai Chi, we turn from the hips first. We turn from the dantian first. So getting into that stance, I shifted my weight to one side. My dantian is like a ball that now I'm going to imagine is turning. And what it's doing is telling the hips to rotate. Your hips are ball and socket joints. You got a ball inside of a socket. So when I turn this way, this hip is turning like this in the socket, and this hip is turning this way. So you really want to start imagining there's rotation. So I shift, I turn, the hips turn. Right now, my torso is moving only because my hips have moved. I'm not turning my torso, twisting my spine at all. Then go back to center. Again, turn. So I'm looking at you, which is the only reason my head is still forward. Otherwise, it's going to be right here at like a 45-degree angle. And then from there, I can rotate now going up my spine. So my hips went first, my torso had to follow, and now my torso turns from the bottom up, so that the last thing that turns to look to the side is my head. The head is always the last to go. I'm going to shift back. So shift the weight, pour the bucket of water from one leg to the other. Feel that yin-yang separation. We're still facing this direction now. My hips are still turned this way. My head is facing this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn those hip joints, turn the dantian. First, just the hip. So my head is still facing the other direction. And now, from the bottom up, I'm going to twist my spine. Look in the other direction. Shift back. Shifting again, the legs, yin-yang. Turn the hips. Now I'm going to demonstrate what happens when you don't keep your dong energy. You're going to twist, turn your hips, and see this knee comes down. Knee comes down. That's a broken dong. That is not good. It's putting strain on your knee, but it's also not allowing your energy to be full and complete in the lower half of your body. So it's very important that you watch out for that knee coming down when you turn. So if it's happening, just open it up. And then the next time you turn, be more mindful. Because some of our hips, sometimes they get sticky. So when we try to do these movements, we have no choice. The knee just comes down. We don't know how to just turn the hips without bringing the knee down because the hip is stuck, essentially. And all you have to do is become more mindful of how that joint works and trying to get closer and closer to this movement of the hip joints so that it starts to lubricate the hips more, it becomes less sticky, and then over time, it'll become very easy to turn without breaking down. Okay? Again, watching out for the lowering of the knee. Very, very important. Now we're shifting, rotating the hips, and then turning the spine with the head going last. Shifting, turn the hips, and the spine. Shift, turn hips, turn spine. You might feel a tendency to go lower, and that's okay, but take it easy on yourself. Don't go too low, especially for silk reeling. There's no need to go all the way down like in horse stance. We never do that. It's always in a halfway horse stance. Thank the old Tai Chi masters for that. Shift, turn the hips, keep the dung, turn the spine and the head. Shift, turn, turn. How am I on time? I have. Okay. I just want to make sure we don't run too long. Shift, turn, shift, turn. This is a very simple movement, but it's very important that you train it slowly and consciously because you can now apply this to all Tai Chi movements. If you're doing something like this, instead of stepping out and turning up here first, now you can really think to consciously turn your hips and then turn the spine from the bottom up. And what you're seeing now is the hands go last. So this silk reeling energy, this very basic pattern that we're practicing without the hands, without the arms, translates very easily into now that energy as it twists up the spine. It moves the shoulder, which moves the elbow, moves the hands. And in Chen style, we do exercises like this. And the hand follows. See, the legs go first. Dantian goes first, turns from the hip up, arm, the hand, it just follows. It's the last thing. It's the end of the dragon's tail. Think of a Chinese dragon, right? The tail is always the last thing to come. It doesn't move first. It always moves last. Very, very, very basic silk reeling pattern. This primarily comes from the Chen style family lineage of Tai Chi. But if you see this, even though my palm is out, all I got to do is turn the palm in. And you have a movement that some of you more long-time students will be very familiar with. Waving hands like clouds. So many different Tai Chi movements that require shifting and turning and then expression in the arms and the hands. You can start thinking about the silk reeling energy now and how that it applies to any of these movements. So shake your legs out a little bit. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a burn at this point. Tai Chi should be fun, it should be calming and meditative, but it should also make your legs shake after a while. That's at least how it was taught to me. But it's a good feeling, it's a good burn. It's something that helps you in your everyday life because now you could go to the grocery store and just imagine your legs are heavy as you're pushing your cart, keeping your shoulders soft. Remembering that separation of the yin yang in your upper and lower body. And then even when you're doing things maybe at the house, you have to pick up a bag of soil, you know, you're doing some gardening. Now you can get into a little bit of a stance, grab that bag, shift, turn, and then place it over here or dump it over here. Instead of taking something heavy and then turning first. No, use that silk reeling motion. Use it anywhere you can in your everyday life. If you just train during class, you're not going to get as much of the benefit as if you're training all the time in everyday life. So that's it for me. Hopefully, again, your legs are feeling good. And this was useful and helpful information, if not a little bit of detail, but that's what we do in Tai Chi, give details. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Anyone have any questions for Jarett? Wasn't that amazing? Yeah, in case you have any questions for him, he's happy to get them. You can type them in the chat or you can unmute and ask. You really get the sense of the mechanics of all of this stuff, the detail, how much your brain has to work with it. You have to really be connected. Your mind and body have to work together for all of this to flow correctly. Anyway, okay, all righty. Are you ready to sit now? I see some nods. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little chair Tai Chi now. So what I'm going to do is get back in my chair. All right. Now, the kind of chair you want is a chair without arms. And you want to make sure the seat is more level. Your typical fold-out chair is not going to work so well with this. I'm also going to change this down, bring this down a bit because I need to see more feet. All right, very good. Okay, so for chair Tai Chi, again, you want more of a flat seat. You want to have a little bit of a higher kind of chair. You don't want to have it too low to the ground. So you want to have a nice straight back to the chair as well. So, you know, it's kind of helpful to have the proper kind of chair, but some people just have to work with what they have. So you just want to make sure it's not a chair where you feel like you just kind of slouch back in. That's not a good kind of chair for this. So what we're going to do first is simply take a load off, getting down in a seat, feel your feet on the floor. So let's get some mindfulness going by simply feeling our feet from the heels to the toes. You give your toes a little wiggle, getting out of the thoughts and into your body, focusing deep into the belly to the dantian, and getting a good posture in the chair. So you want to do a posture check as you go through your day. You want to imagine a string attached to the crown point of the head. When the string is pulled up, it tucks in the chin. So your chin pushes in, the neck pushes back like you're pushing it up against a collar. You want to tuck in the tailbone of the seat, opening the spine all the way down, and breathe deep to your belly. So let's do some deep dantian breathing. So fill the belly up like it feels like a balloon. It pushes out, the shoulders stay down. And on the exhale, the belly comes back in naturally. Hello, Simba. Cats really love the chair Tai Chi. They come in a lot in my chair Tai Chi classes. So we're going to breathe deep to the belly. And exhale deep and full. Very good. Settling the mind, quieting the mind. All right, so we start with that, and then we go into the head and neck exercises. So we're going to start with the Atlas point turn. That's where the skull meets the neck. Rotate from that point, just a slow circulation. Like you're drawing a circle with the nose. Sounds like someone's not muted, so check your muting and make sure that you are muted. Hey, Allyn, I think we need Simba being taken off. He's being a little brat. Now there, thank you. Rotate. Usually not that bratty in classes. All right, now reverse direction. Very good. So we're softening up the neck muscles, relaxing everything. It starts the unwinding. All right, one more time. Breathing to your belly as you do. Relax. All right, next we're going to rotate the shoulders. So you relax your arms to the sides. Roll one shoulder, then the other shoulder. Turn the body slightly. This engages the oblique muscles. So you work the core a little more on this shoulder rotation. We have a couple different shoulder rotation methods, and this is one of them. Very good. And then reverse direction. Very good. And relax. All right, next, the hand spinning technique. I'm going to rotate the hands like they're a spinning wheel. So roll from the wrists here, spin those hands. This is good for carpal tunnel. Very good. Nice spin going, and then reverse direction. Excellent. And relax. All right, now to help the shoulder joint, if you've got bursitis or any pain in the shoulder, you want to lean to one side, let the arm hang, feel the hand get heavy, stir out the arm, opening up the shoulder joint, like you're stirring a big pot of stew. So open that up, that helps relieve the shoulder, loosen it up, using gravity as your friend. Gravity's not really friendly usually, but in this case it is. Let's reverse direction. Very good. And we're going to start spiraling in, gradually down into a stop. Now the other side, let the arm hang, feel the hand get heavy, stir out the arm, opening up wider and wider. And reverse direction. Very good. Feels good on that shoulder joint. Had some issues there. Helps loosen it up. And spiraling down into stop. Very good. An arm swinging technique. We're going to cup the hands, swing the hands back from front to back. This stretches open the shoulders. Swing your arms like a little kid. Feel the heavy hands swing back. Very good. Now we're going to bring the elbows up, let the arms drop back to tap the back. 2 more. And relax. Very good. We're going to work our feet and ankles next. So extend one foot out, pull back your toes. Feel the stretch underneath the leg. Then point the toe, feel the stretch on the top. Then we're going to pump the foot. Flex and point, flex and point. This is a lymphatic pump. If you're prone to foot cramps, this helps to relieve foot cramps. You're also pumping the calf muscle, which in Chinese medicine, they consider the second heart. So pumping your calf muscle helps improve blood flow to the heart. And of course, you're working your ankle joint. Let's do 2 more. Flex and point, relax that foot, the other foot out, pull back the toes, feel the stretch underneath the leg. Point the toe, feel the stretch on the top. Then pump the foot, flex and point, flex and point. Very good. Excellent. And let's do 2 more. Flex and point, relax that foot. All right, now we'll scoot back in the chair, extend one leg out, keep your leg straight, and rotate your foot from the ankle. So we're rotating from the ankle, just the foot moves, not the whole leg. Work with the range of motion you have. I always say do the best you can with what you got. Reverse direction. And relax. Okay, now the other one, we lift the other foot up, rotate that foot, keep your legs straight, just work the foot. Reverse direction. And relax. Now we'll rub the hands. So as Allyn taught you before, so you get a good loud clap and rotate the palms together, heat them up, down to the fingertips. Bring the heat down to the ankles, give them a good rub. Coming up the shins, the calves. And we'll massage the knees. So give those knees a good massage. You can also use claw hands around the knees. And this helps to stimulate the acupressure points around the knees. It's good for knee pain. Another method good for knee pain and to reduce inflammation in the knees is tapping the sides of the knees. Have your gallbladder meridian on the sides. Can affect your knees. If there's any imbalance there or blockage there. And then rubbing underneath the knees. So it moves the lymphatic system. And then the quads. Rub those quads after all that work. Let's give those quads a good rub. And underneath the hamstrings. Very good. And relax. All right, the next one here is good for blood pressure, helps to balance blood pressure, the blood pressure technique. Turn the arms out at angles, fingers point to the floor. You want the turnouts so they feel that little bit of tension on the inner part of the arm down to the pinky tip. This opens the heart meridian. Inhale into the chest, nice and big. And then exhale down the center, backs of hands together. Open out the hands, grab your thumbs, getting acupressure point to the heart. Inhale, pull open the chest, bring your elbows up and back. And then exhale, release the thumbs. Turn out and end as you began. Inhale into the chest. Exhale down the center. Here it comes again. Grab thumbs, inhale. And exhale. Mom's going to be doing some some leg exercises soon. Exhale down. Yeah, I need this blood pressure technique, don't I? Kitty cat's coming in. Grab thumbs, inhale. Pull open the chest and exhale. This massages the heart, the opening and closing of the chest. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale down. Open up the hands, grab thumbs, inhale. Expand the chest and exhale. Very good. Blood pressure technique. That's good for white coat syndrome. Inhale, exhale down. It helps to keep the blood pressure balanced and relax. Let's go back to the lower half here. We're going to go for a little walk. So we're going to do a little walking pattern. So we're simply going to step forward and step back, working the leg muscles, simulating the walking movement, whole foot forward, whole foot back. You feel those leg muscles, you feel the lower abdominals getting engaged. Whole foot forward, whole foot back. Very good. Excellent. One more each. And next, lift and clap underneath, lift and clap underneath, working the hips, working the core. Very good. One more each. And relax. All right, our next one is the cross crawl. This works brain and body. Extend the opposite arm and leg out. Opposite arm and leg out. So right arm to left, left arm to right. Touch out with the heel of the foot, bring it back in. Crank the arms. Once you get the pattern correct, you can go a little faster. So go at your own pace. Works the core, works the legs. Gets a little cardio going. Like a little power walk from the chair. Cross crawl. Nice energy exercise, gets the blood rolling.
Hello.
Uh-oh, looks like we got someone who is unmuted.
Pretty good.
All right, so I think I'm going to have to come up and unmute that person or mute that person. So hang tight. We got someone who is, let's see, I'm going to the wrong one here. Okay, let me go to my participants here. Make sure everybody is muted because I think we've got someone unmuted. There we go. All right. Are you still cross crawling? Would you like to stop now? Okay, go ahead and stop. Shake those legs. Oxygenate the muscles. So again, this helps relieve leg cramps. If you're prone to leg cramps, remember the leg shaking technique. All right, let's go to the upper body again. This next one is called swallow flies to its nest. We're going to inhale, bring hands up. Exhale down to the sides. Then we're going to reach across. Inhale to the side. Exhale in front. Inhale over, stretch the side of the body, elbow to ear. Exhale, turn with the palm facing up. Switch hands, inhale, reach across. Exhale in front. Inhale over, stretch the side. Exhale, turn. Inhale, reach across. Exhale in front. Inhale over, stretch. And exhale. It's great for the spine, works the whole upper body. Inhale, exhale, inhale over, and exhale. And we have a poem with this one to help us remember. Swallow flies east, swallow flies west, swallow flies over and lands in its nest. Swallow flies east, swallow flies west, swallow flies over and lands in its nest. Inhale, exhale, inhale over, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale over, and exhale. Very good. How you doing so far? Exhale. Inhale over and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale over and exhale. All right. Inhale, finishing breath. Exhale down the center. And relax. All right. I'm going to come up a little closer. We're going to get into some energy tapping sequences. Also going to get into some hand and finger exercises. So first thing we're going to do is go to the thymus thumb. So you want to find the center of your breastbone and you're going to tap with 3 fingers here, tap this area. So this is going to boost your immune system. Your thymus gland sits behind here and that creates T cells in the body that help to fight off cold and flu viruses. Now, once we get to a certain age, the thymus gland decides it's done working and it just goes into retirement. But if you keep it active by this tapping technique or shaking gong, that also helps too, you can help keep your immune system stronger, more reinforced. So remember your thymus thumb daily. You can tap up to a minute if you need to. If you're feeling stressed, you haven't been sleeping well, you're around sick people, tap a little longer. The usual prescription is 50 taps in the morning and 50 taps at night. So remember your thymus thumb. Another one, grab your hands, heat them up. Next one's for memory. Hey, we could use this one, right? All right, heat that up, down to the fingers. Cup the heat, tap the head, wake the brain up, boost the memory. Simple head tapping technique can help the gray matter. Very good. Relax, feel that tingle in the head. So you want to feel that tingling sensation. Next, rub your hands together, heat them up. Down to the fingertips. Let's go to some hand and finger exercises now. Squeeze the heat in the hands and spread fingers out. Squeeze and spread, squeeze and spread, squeeze and spread. So we're increasing circulation into the hands and fingers. And that helps you combat chronic pain. So it keeps the chronic pain away to increase circulation. 2 more. Next, we're going to press each finger firmly against the thumb and up. Press firmly and up. Press firmly and up. Make a round shape. Make sure it's round, not flat. Round shape. And increases circulation into each finger. So again, fight the chronic pain by increasing circulation. Very good. Excellent. All right, our next one is the finger flicking technique. So you're going to flick each finger out from the thumb. And this helps stimulate the cerebral cortex and helps improve blood flow to the brain. Finger flicking, just like you're flicking a bug away. Very good. It's a good finger exercise too, because you feel all those muscles working down to the elbows. Very good. Excellent. Now thumb stretches. Stretch them all the way up. Feel the stretch to the base of the thumb and down. Stretch up and down. Stretch up and down. Very good. And then touch under the pinky. So these are good exercises for trigger thumbs. Or if you have any pain starting down the base of the thumb, sometimes arthritis can start down there. Keep the movement going. The stretching is so important. 2 more. And shake them out. Next one's the water pump exercise. So I'm going to turn the elbow out. Fingers are flat against the leg. You want to brace the fingers against the leg right up to the knuckle point. So don't go across. Make sure it's fingers on fingers. Wrap palm on the outside and lift up, down, and up. Push down on those fingers to keep them down. You want to feel the stretch at the base of the fingers. This is a good stretch for trigger fingers. If you are working through a trigger finger issue, you want to hold the stretch 15 to 20 seconds and repeat. You're also flexing that wrist, good for carpal tunnel, and you're getting a lymphatic pump under the arm as well. This is our water pump exercise. 2 more. You can do more repetitions too. Shake it out the other side. Press fingers against the leg, palm on the outside and up, down and up, down and up. Very good. Might pop a knuckle or 2 in the process, just releasing little nitrogen bubbles, no biggie. Let's do 2 more. And shake it out. All right, now another one. This one is a real good technique to help prevent strokes and help to relieve headaches and migraines. It's a simple massaging of the fingertips, massaging fingertips. And as you do so, breathe to your belly. Do your dantian breath, deep and full with each fingertip you're massaging. What this does is it helps to dilate blood vessels. So it helps relax the cardiovascular system. Again, helping to prevent strokes and relieve headaches and migraines. Breathe deep to your belly. Spend about 10 seconds on each finger. 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Just lengthen and deepen your breath. Get into the relaxation, the soothing of it. You can spend 5 to 10 minutes a day with this massage technique. Good. I'm spending a little less time just because of the time constraints, but you can lengthen the time that you do this. Massaging fingertips. It's a good way to, before you go to sleep at night, if you're having trouble sleeping or settling down, this is a nice technique. Do your breath and your fingertip massage. All right, now rub your hands, heat them up. We're going to heat up our palms. So we're going to put some heat over our eyes. If you have dry eye, it's good to put some heat on your eyes daily. Helps to stimulate tear production. If you have eye strain, this can help too. Bring those heated palms over the eyes. Close your eyes and bring the palms over the eyes. Feel the heat flow in, soothing, nourishing heat. And take a deep breath to your belly. Deep, soothing breath. Exhale, feel the shoulders drop. Deep breath to the belly. Exhale, letting go. That heat, nourishing heat in the eyes. Deep breath to the belly. And exhale. Another deep, full breath. On the exhale, release hands from the eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Float the hands down in the lap. Realign the spine. Tuck in the chin, crown point up. Tuck in the tailbone. Breathe deep to the belly. Aim below the navel. Fill the belly like a balloon. The exhale. Feel all the tension melt away. Anything residual, just let it go. Deep breath to the belly. Be aware of your breath moving in and out of the body like gentle ocean waves, soothing and nourishing every cell. Now imagine healing light pouring in through the crown and saturating every cell, head to toe, inside and out, getting brighter and brighter. Breathe in the light, breathe in the healing. Imagine your body fully healed, whole, new again. Breathe in that feeling. And thank the light for the healing. And now think of 3 things you're grateful for today. You're ready? Slowly open the eyes. And if you're fully back, let's take a bow. Fist with the right hand, cover with the left hand. That's the sun and the moon together. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that little chair Tai Chi sample. There's plenty of other things we do in class, so you have to go to a full class to see what we do. I'm going to move this chair out of the way and bring this other chair in. Hello, Mr. Simple. Promise not to roll over you. Okay, very good. All right, I know we had some questions in the chat here, so I'm going to grab those and see what questions we can go to next here. All right, so Penny was asking, regarding silk reeling horse stance, how would an 80-year-old with some hip arthritis do it? That's for you, Jarett. Slowly, he says slowly. She goes, I feel like my butt is sticking out a little bit. So yeah, so you notice that and you consciously tilt it and you want to sink more back in your heels. I think Jarett's probably the best person.
Yeah, and just
Talk
don't go low. Stay up higher.
Yeah.
And you just feel a little bit of sitting back, just a very little bit. So if I'm here, just sitting back just a little bit. Okay, start there. You don't have to go very low. You don't have to sit back very far, but you just want to feel it a little bit. So you're activating that. And then when you turn, listen to your body. You know, remember those joints. You want to feel like the joints are sliding around inside of the socket. So whatever your body situation is with your hip arthritis, you just have to listen to that, but go slow. Even if you have to go very slow,
Mhm.
just work through the movement. Try and keep, the dong energy, the opening. So yeah, always slow
Very good.
down when there's issues of pain or considerations of restrictions.
Right.
Slow and
Exactly.
soft.
Would that get a little better after over time to go a little deeper, or it's just what it is?
Well, you have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
Because I can't say for sure. I don't know the exact condition that your hips are in and what would be, too much for you. So you just really just start small, start really simple, go back and forth, and then see, okay, I'm feeling good. Maybe I try to sit back just a little bit more. Just a little bit though. We're talking small increments and do the movements and just again listen to your body. That's always the best way to do it.
Thank you.
Good.
Mhm.
Welcome, welcome. And Shelley was asking, in general, sometimes I find it harder to breathe to the belly when tucking in tailbone. Any thoughts or tips?
Practice.
Practice, yeah. Might just be just have a little block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
don't hyper tilt. You don't want to hyper tilt either. So it's just a little bit of a tilt. So make sure you're not overdoing it.
yeah.
So I think that's, those two considerations.
Yeah, for me, when I started off, that was really hard to do.
Yeah.
It's not natural feeling,
Right.
even though we do it as babies. Well, we don't tuck our tailbone, but we dantian breathe as babies. But yeah, it's not a natural thing. So it just takes time and repetition. And like I tell people, you're at the grocery store, you're standing in line, just sit back, tuck your tailbone, you get your hands on the cart, relax, and just practice breathing. You know? And then also another thing that I'll teach is putting a hand on your chest and a hand on your dantian and look down. Yeah, you guys showed that too. So just look down and see which hand's moving. Because if the one on your chest is moving, obviously that's not the goal.
Right.
Just have this one move.
Yeah.
So
I also find lying down in bed at night, if you got it, fairly, like a firm mattress or so, but you got that when you're more prone like this and put your hands on your belly, it's easier to breathe to the belly in that position than it is when you're standing. Because when you're standing, your energy's moving up, thoughts are up there and more energy is moving up, get stuck. So when you're lying down in bed, it's a little bit easier using some visualization where you imagine a ball of light just below the dantian there, bringing that energy down there that, again, energy follows thought. So putting your attention there can help breathe more deeply into the belly. So I usually have people, let's start when you're laying down in bed. And you can start getting at least the feeling of what you want when you're standing. So it's a process, and it can take years actually to really get a good dantian breath going.
It's really like building up the muscle for the mind. You have to really train yourself to actively get out of here, because we've been trained to apply a lot of our energy up here. So now it's just a matter of transferring that energy properly down to the core and actively putting your conscious attention there and learning to breathe from there solely. And that does take time because, we've accumulated most likely all these tensions in the body up to the shoulder and neck region. It's where we mostly feel it.
Yeah.
But now it's just a matter of sinking all that energy down. And as I've said before, focusing mainly on the lower half of your body, because you want to start building up that foundation there and being able to have a solid foundation, but also keeping it relaxed at the same time. So it's just a matter of just transferring. It's a transferring of energy, chi. So it's, you're taking all this energy that you have packed in here and you're trying to, redirect it and by feeling, not necessarily thinking, but practicing more feeling with your mind.
We like to think people come to Tai Chi like as upside down pyramid. So like all the energy's up here. We're trying to get you like this, right? Trying to get that foundation.
yeah, in Chen style, in the Chen family encyclopedia or whatever they call it, canon, they talk about muddy chi. So when you're standing, say you're in a horse stance and you're feeling all that energy, the mental energy up here, they say you just hold it and breathe. Remember your dantian, remember yin yang in your body, relax. And as you breathe, feel that energy go down. And eventually they call it muddy chi. It settles down. And that muddy chi goes down into the legs and you're left with clear chi up here. See, like a snow globe. You shake up the snow globe.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
But in time, it all settles down.
Yeah.
So
With practice.
just other ways to visualize how this energy works in your body and how to transition from normal energy to Tai Chi, separation,
Yeah.
relaxation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Well done. Thank you. You guys are wonderful. All righty, let's see. And let me thank you. Thank you very much, Gloria Froman. I was going to share some more information. So if you would like to get in on our classes, learn more, and if you want to follow Jarett, follow him on Facebook. It's Fox Valley Tai Chi and Fitness. So follow him on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll start posting more on there too. 'cause
Yeah.
I've gotten out of the habit.
Well, he's been busy. He's been a little busy here. So let me do my share screen again and we get back to our information here. All right, so our online class schedule right now, we have 3 beginner Tai Chi classes. We have a Mondays and Tuesdays at 11 a.m., Thursdays at 7 p.m. Now, again, even if you can't attend a live class, but you really want the content of that class, we also have our class recordings. So you would have access as a member or class pack holder, you would have access to the class recordings. Our intermediate Tai Chi, if you want to go a little further than the Yang 12 that Allyn demonstrated before, we have Monday 7 p.m. and Wednesday 11 a.m. The advanced Tai Chi class is Wednesday 7 p.m. and that is our long form Tai Chi class. That is our Yang 108. So the 108 takes years to learn. Chair Tai Chi classes, if you really enjoy that little bit of sample and want to do a lot more. The chair Tai Chis are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. The Friday 10:30 is free for members and class pack holders. So that's like a bonus class you get. So if you do say a starter membership of 1 class a week, you would still be able to get the free Friday free if you'd like to join that. The Tai Chi ball workout, if you really like that ball workout and you want more sweat, you want a little more activity, we have Thursday 12 noon and Saturday 9:30. And the all level Tai Chi with Allyn. First Saturdays, we offer a free first Saturday class, first Saturday of the month at 10:30. So there is that as well. So you need to register for that. Right, next. All right, join our Tai Chi classes. So our classes are very affordable. You know, with a discount, our usual like 20% off discount, it's only like $22.40 for your starter membership, which is really, you know, very affordable a month. So you have 1 class a week plus the free class. That's really very affordable. So we have different membership levels. We've got the starter, the basic. Basic is 2 classes a week, the plus 3 classes a week, enhanced 4 classes a week. All access is everything. And you can share that with family members. So that's what's nice. If you get the all access, you get to share with family members. I do offer a chair Tai Chi training. So if you're interested in being a chair Tai Chi instructor and going into places like assisted living places that really would love this in-person workout head to toe, it's a lot of fun. I am offering a sale on that program. It's $70 if you register by midnight tonight. I will get you the link in just a moment. All right. So also here's the discount code. You've been waiting for that discount code. It is WTC Day 25, since it's the 25th anniversary of World Tai Chi Day. WTC Day 25 through May the 4th. And this one is for you to save 25% all class packs, and class packs never expire. So if you buy a 5 or 10 class pack and you don't take a whole year or whatever, they're still good. So class packs never expire. You can load up on class packs with that discount. So 25% off all class packs, and also first month membership. So you get 25% off your first month, and you have the option of saving 20% ongoing after that with another discount code. So we are offering that. If you want to be on our email list to be in the loop of all our offerings, including special workshops. We just did a workshop on Qi, the human energy field. And we have many other workshops coming up on form and getting more detailed with form. Type your email in the chat so we can grab that if you're not already on our list. And again, follow Jarett on Facebook at Fox Valley Tai Chi and Fitness. So I think we got all that stuff here, all that information here. So let's see, we got another question here. So before oh yeah, there was a thank you. Okay, very good. Wonderful.
Allison, I have a question. The
Sandra?
chair Tai Chi training and certification, how many weeks is that?
Yeah, so we meet 4 times. It's all over Zoom. So we're meeting, we start May 11th, and it's from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. You do get recordings of every session. So if you miss a session or 2, you'd still have the content, you still have the recordings, plus the training documents, the companion documents. And I also give you recordings of other classes that I've done for practice and at varying lengths from like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour. So you also have all of that in your training package. So you can save $70 if you register by midnight tonight. So it's normally $495 and it's only $425 by midnight tonight. So you have that, plus you also get 3 private 30-minute sessions with your training package too. So you schedule those with me and we can go over tweaks and refinements that you need. And then you test. And all you have to do is come up with a 30-minute routine from all the stuff I show you in the training program. You just pick out your favorites and put together your favorite little routine for 30 minutes. And that's what you test on, just to show that you understand the information, you know how to teach it. And then that's it. You get certified and you get to go out there and help people. So it's a wonderful thing to do because it really helps people feel so much better. Okay, Joanne, thank you. We'll get that information. Excellent. Brianne, see, Brianne, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you could join us. Oh, I enjoyed I guess kitty teacher. Yes, we have our kitty teachers too. So yeah, we let them come in and out. You know, they kind of own us. So
Great class, Allison.
yeah, we let them do it. So all right, very good. So got all that. Make sure I want to get this information too, so I don't lose it. Okay, very good. Any other questions? I'm happy to address any other questions. All righty. I really appreciate everybody taking the time out. This was, I know, a long session, but we are really appreciative that you came here. We hope you got some information, maybe things you didn't expect, didn't realize. Yeah, thank you, Linda. Wonderful. And you know, you get to go out in the world and say, I know a little more about Tai Chi. So, and we can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, our YouTube channel. Now, let me get this link here. I forgot to get the link to you. So I'm going to put that in the chat. I've got to get out of this full view here and go grab it from my Word doc here. And I will copy it in the chat and you get all the information you need, including our YouTube channel. And get to take that and do what you will here. All right, and boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Here is all that information. All right, so all the information is there in the chat now. To save 25%, there's the link to get on our online classes, our online platform. And to save $70 off the chair training, there's that link there to get that. Your links for the chair training sessions, there will be 4 group sessions, and then you can schedule your up to 3 private sessions after that. But your links will come within 24 hours of you signing up, and your documents will come just prior to the May 11th start. View and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free. We've got all kinds of helpful videos there, including all these finger exercise things and tapping and all kinds of, you name it. We've got stuff for sinuses, you know, it's there. So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more information on our classes and workshops on everything, go to our website, moonwillowtaichi.com. So we're happy to hear from you. Here's my email too. OTC.com. There we go. And here's my email too. So if you have a question you want to email me, feel free to do so. Yeah. Thank you. Have a restful rest of the day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pam. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Take very good care. We got another message. Here we go. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take good care, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for joining us on Facebook too. We will have this recording up on YouTube probably 24 to 48 hours. So you'll get to see the full thing if you missed a little bit, if you were on Facebook. We hope you got most of it though. But thank you, everybody. Blessings all. I really appreciate everybody here. And thank you, thank you. Take good care, follow your heart and live well. We love you all. Thank you so much.